I've just got a few words for you. Show me the money!
I'm so wasted.
I'm sponsored by God.
Directed by Cameron Crowe, Jerry Maguire stars Tom Cruise, Renee Zellweger, and Cuba Gooding Jr. to name a few. So this movie is about Jerry Maguire, obviously, who is played by Tom Cruise, and Jerry Maguire is a sports agent. He's a big hotshot. He makes a lot of money off of people. And he has a little bit of a moral epiphany, and he wants to start living better, living more as a servant for people and really taking care of his clients rather than just viewing them as things to get him money. And so he writes this whole memo, and people around his office are like, it's great, but we hate you, get out of here. And so he gets fired from his sports agent job. However, there's one employee at his office who decides to come with him, played by Renee Zellweger, and he has one client played by Cuba Gooding Jr., and it's the story of the three of them. So what I just told you is kind of the premise of the movie. I'll give you, who have not seen the movie, a non-spoiler review right here. Basically, Jerry Maguire is an awesome romantic comedy. It's really great. Tom Cruise is fantastic. He's Tom Cruise. He's really funny. I've not really seen many comedic roles by Tom Cruise except for Tropic Thunder. That was awesome. But he was really funny. His relationship with Renee Zellweger, which is obviously the romance in this movie, really good. Renee Zellweger plays a great character that, she's just a great girl who's super encouraging, and you can see why Tom Cruise fell for her. Also, Cuba Gooding Jr., awesome. Just hilarious in this movie. He's very, very, very funny. And the little kid in this movie, played by Jonathan Lipnicki, is absolutely the cutest kid in movie history. I have never seen a cuter kid ever. He is so funny, and he's just... I wish he was my son. Seriously, just like that kid. I loved him. I loved him in this movie. I could see why Tom Cruise loved him. Oh. Anyways, though, for the non-spoiler review here, just know Jerry Maguire is a great romance. It's got a really good storyline with Jerry Maguire and Renee Zellweger's character. It's a great romance. I would recommend it. It's really funny, and it's just a blast. It's awesome. Now let's talk spoilers. First of all, I gotta say, just Tom Cruise is extremely charismatic in this movie. Whenever, in the beginning of the movie, he's a hot shot, and then he has this, this moral epiphany, writes the memo and everything, and then his whole career crashes, and he has almost nobody. But you just want to help him out. He's so charismatic that you just want him to succeed. And maybe that's why Tom Cruise is so successful. Everyone's just like, yeah, you can believe in Scientology, but we've got a feeling, man, and we want you in our movie. One of the biggest laughs in this movie I got to talk about, and this has to do with Jonathan Lipnicki's character, Ray, Renee Zellweger's character's son. Whenever that kid, he says to Tom Cruise, after Tom Cruise just dropped the F-bomb, the kid just says, "You said f." That was one of my favorite laughs. And also, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s just every interaction between him and Jerry Maguire was great. Cuba Gooding Jr. was just awesome. The scene where he scores the touchdown, gets injured there at the end, and then he just gets up, starts running around and dancing, and then jumping up into the stands. I would have given him $11.2 million as well. I think that was what his bonus was going to be, but I don't know. You'll have to fact check me on that. But honestly, the thing I love most about Jerry Maguire was the romance between Tom Cruise and Renee Zellweger. And especially, I just loved Renee Zellweger's just whole performance. I would fall for a girl like that. Renee Zellweger's pretty, but, she's not, unbelievably smoking hot attractive, I guess you could say. But I totally could see why Tom Cruise fell for her. She was, she loved his memo and told him about it at the beginning of the movie. And then whenever things went downhill for him, she stuck with him. And she encouraged him, pretty much the whole movie, she encouraged him throughout. And I just loved that about her character. I loved the way they just kind of interacted. I also loved the complication with Tom Cruise wasn't really marrying her because he wanted to marry her at first. It was more because he wanted to have a son, and her kid was like the cutest kid in the world. Like, seriously, gosh! But I really liked the way, though, that the whole romance kind of wrapped up. They kind of split up for a little bit. Things were kind of rough. Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr., they get the dream, okay? Like, they get the dream. Cuba Gooding Jr. gets his amazing contract. Tom Cruise now is rich again, and, you know, he's a playa. I can't believe I just said that in that way. But they've made their dreams come true, and then Jerry Maguire, he realizes that there's something missing in the achievement. And so he goes to Renee Zellweger's house, and he says, "You complete me." And then she says, "You had me at hello." This is definitely a movie that I would watch with my girlfriend. Well, my imaginary girlfriend, because I don't have a girlfriend. It's a great romantic comedy that's actually a good movie. You know, it's got some cheesy parts, you know, it's cheesy, like, "You had me at hello." I mean, it's really sappy, but it works, it works. I would definitely recommend it to anybody looking for a good romantic comedy. And so, since you've probably seen it, since you've watched the spoiler portion of the video, I would recommend that you recommend it to your friends. Jerry Maguire gets an A. So tell me, what do you think of Jerry Maguire? Whatever thoughts you have, leave them in the comment section below, and I will take a look at them. Right? And as always, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. And never forget to be